complexes too. Hey, shouts out to Legal Eagle. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I don't like it when super hot dudes are professionals in their field. Okay, I don't like that. What are you doing? Get out of here. You and Dr. Mike both. Fuck you guys. Okay. This is definitely one of the clips channels. Visibly angry Johnny Depp. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Johnny Depp is suing Amber Heard again. And she is suing him at exactly the same time. And this is not the first time that Johnny Depp has tried to sue his former spouse, Amber Heard. This is all incredibly crazy. And this latest suit and countersuit is already turning into a circus. Of course, for Hollywood celebrities leading public lives, it seems like there's no such thing as a truly private matter. And this has certainly been the case for Amber Heard, who has publicly accused her ex-husband, Johnny Depp, of subjecting her to years of physical and emotional abuse during their marriage. And Depp, for his part, has vehemently denied the allegations, accusing Heard of defaming him with fabricated claims while portraying Heard as the real abuser. And while Heard has primarily aired her grievances to the media, Depp has opted to take his fight to the courtroom in both the UK and the state of Virginia. Now, determining the truth of domestic violence allegations is invariably a challenging prospect.
I mean, he's gonna take 2 L's, like, straight up. For those of you who are, I would be very surprised if he wins this defamation suit. But I don't think the goal is to win the defamation suit, let alone win awards at all. I think the goal is to, correct the record on letting people hear his side, but it doesn't matter. And from that point, he has actually won the court of public opinion, right? A lot of people, I think, are seeing his side in a way that they had never thought about. I'm one of those people. Like, I didn't fucking know so much of this shit, and I didn't really pay attention to it at all. Like, it didn't guide my way. It didn't guide my mentality about Johnny Depp at all, even prior to this, because I just had not paid any attention to it whatsoever. But now I and many others, I think, are totally recognizing that, the situation was different than the way it was previously presented. And that's the goal. That was the goal, I think, from the Johnny Depp team, is to change the public record, not necessarily win the defamation suit.
As a result, the public's response to these allegations has been incredibly polarizing, with Heard and Depp having their own supporters and detractors alike. So, Legal Eagles, let's talk about the Johnny Depp-Amber Heard saga. We'll cover the facts leading up to the decades-long dispute between the former celebrity couple, review the multi-million-dollar defamation lawsuits in the UK and the US.
Why do you think he won't win? In the United States, winning a defamation suit is really fucking difficult. Like, really difficult. Winning a defamation suit in the United States is really difficult. And also, if the defamation suit revolves around, like, whether Johnny Depp could be considered someone who, like, abused his wife, girlfriend, partner, there is enough evidence, even if it's reactive abuse, there is enough evidence that you could let that you could have that stick. Like, there are instances throughout their relationship where Johnny Depp, I mean, this is a very long relationship, it's a very toxic relationship, and there are instances where Johnny Depp has been physical with Amber Heard. And because of that, even if Amber Heard is the main responsible party, that's not how the law works. You know what I mean? They will not look at the situation and go, oh, wow, like, there is no, I guess, the law demands a perfect victim. I guess that's what my point is. The law demands a perfect victim, and Johnny Depp was far from a perfect victim, but you should not be a perfect victim. You don't have to be a perfect victim. And that's precisely why in the court of public opinion, we recognize that it was a little bit more complex than the way that a lot more complex and very different than the way Amber Heard had presented it. You get it? You have to almost write out, state that you intended to cause direct harm with your statements, intending to defame the other party. Yeah, pretty much.
That have been brought as a result, and talk about how Johnny Depp can sue Amber Heard twice for basically the same thing.
Him wanting this public is horrible, not helping him get a job. I think you're entirely incorrect. I think this court case being filmed and being heavily documented like this is a gigantic dub for Johnny Depp. It is probably the only way that Johnny Depp could have ever corrected the record. Outside of like using millions and millions of dollars in a PR team to do like a mass blast campaign, which the media would still probably turn around and say, look at him using millions of dollars to fucking, change people's attitudes about him.
Now, the former Hollywood couple's Virginia courtroom conference.
Oh, sorry. The last thing I'm going to say is what's going to happen? Is he going to lose more roles, dude? Oh, wait. Like, oh no, Johnny Depp's going to lose more roles that he already lost? Like, he's not. He already lost the roles. It's over. You know what I mean? So, he's trying to fix it. And I do think that he can potentially fix it.
Is the culmination of 10 years of love, heartbreak, and abuse allegations between the Pirates of the Caribbean actor and the Justice League actress. Here is the timeline of how this feud leapt from the tabloids to the courtroom. Now, in 2012, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard began dating following Depp's split from his longtime partner, French model, actress, singer Vanessa Paradis. Depp and Paradis dated for 14 years and they shared 2 children together. In February of 2015, Depp and Heard officially tied the knot, but as quickly as the pair fell in love, things fell apart just as swiftly. On May 21st, 2016, the LAPD responded to a Saturday night call in which Heard alleged domestic abuse. Law enforcement officials at the time stated they found, quote, no evidence of any crime, and Heard did not file any charges. On May 23rd, 2016, Heard officially filed for divorce from Depp, citing irreconcilable differences. 4 days later, Heard appeared in a Los Angeles court with a bruised cheek to request a temporary restraining order against Depp. In a sworn declaration, Heard alleged that her then husband, 23 years her senior, had, quote, violently attacked her and thrown a cell phone at her face with extreme force. Photographs submitted to the court show Heard with a large bruise on her face, along with broken bottles.
This is the other one. This is the other instance. This is the other instance that's like definitely at least a little bit on Amber Heard's side. This and the private jet incident, out of all the 14 incidents, are the only ones that you will ever hear from mainstream media for the most part, or like the rape accusations as well. Because those are the only ones where, I mean, yeah, this is fucking obviously blown up specifically to fucking make it look worse than it actually is. But these are the two instances where Johnny Depp definitely, there's at least enough evidence to showcase and enough inconsistency in the testimony on Johnny Depp's team with respect to like what they said in the immediate hours after between text message communication between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp's team, show that these two alone is enough to say Johnny Depp was also abusive in the relationship, and that that is precisely the reason why Amber Heard will most likely be able to get away with saying that Johnny Depp was abusive.
Picture frames and shattered.
Despite being a manipulative person and despite being the main abusive party in this relationship, okay? For the record.
Glass on the floor. Heard alleges that, quote, during the entirety of our relationship, Johnny has been verbally and physically abusive, end quote. Heard further claimed that she, quote, endured excessive emotional, verbal, and physical abuse, which has included angry, hostile, humiliating, and threatening assaults to me whenever I questioned his authority or disagreed with him. Now, in her filings, Heard recounted an alleged April 21st assault wherein Depp allegedly came home drunk as Heard's birthday party was ending, threw a champagne bottle at a wall, grabbed her hair, violently shoved her to the floor, and Heard also alluded to, quote, one severe incident in December 2015 when I truly feared for my life.
The December 2015 severe incident is fucking bullshit. I'll say it, okay? I don't have 100% proof, but I mean, pretty close to it, with like additional testimony that you have heard from people who literally support Heard. It makes no fucking sense, okay? There's no Like her retelling and her account and assessment of the situation is so far beyond what people that are like in her immediate circle have said that it makes no sense. Like talking about like having fucking both of her eyes, like she had 2 black eyes, like both of them, and like her nose was broken and all this other shit. Her like she thought like her ribs were broken. Like that's how badly fucking Johnny Depp beat. That's how badly Johnny Depp beat her. And then just dropped. Apparently, you're capitalizing and making memes when you shouldn't. I don't care. A tears counter, smirk counter, laugh, tears counter. I mean, I didn't do any of this shit, so I don't know why the fuck they're saying this about me, especially considering the fact that, you know, I'm a fucking news broadcaster, dumbasses at Kotaku. I do, you know, kind of what you do, you know? Why am I, what the fuck? There are moments where Amber clearly lied 100% in front of the court. Doesn't it take away her reliability? Yes, it does. Such a severe beating and none of her friends took her to the hospital? Yes. Especially like a broken nose. You can't get away with that. There needs to be medical records. And hey, guess what? There was a semblance of a medical record in that December 2015 incident, and that was Amber Heard's friend and also personal nurse. She actually visited Amber Heard in the immediate aftermath of this abuse, okay? And she literally took fucking notes. And in her notes, she openly stated that she had not seen any visible bruises or anything like that. She was there to drop off some medication, and she literally took notes. The only thing she saw was that her lip was bleeding, and this was not immediately after the abusive incident. This was a day after. But like she saw that her lip was bleeding, which the Depp's team states is from her picking her lips, which I do all the time too. And it wouldn't be bleeding one day after anyway, regardless, if that was even the fucking abuse. And even if that was literally the extent of the abuse itself, then that's incredibly inconsistent in comparison to what she had said, which was both of her eyes were fucking black and her nose was broken and maybe her rib cage was broken. I pick my lips as well, so I understand that it happens. Okay, so that is fucking crazy. That was like one of those incidents where I was like, out of all the 14 instances of abuse, like that was incredibly inconsistent testimony, especially considering like what her fucking nurse friend was saying. She had every moment to be on Amber Heard's side, and she did not take that opportunity. So clearly that was important for me, but not important for the Oybrev court, where the judge literally said, famously, oh, well, you know, this nurse who's Amber Heard's friend, we are not going to look into her testimony too deeply, her notes that she took too deeply, because, you know, she was just dropping off medication, so she probably didn't pay too much attention. A medical specialist. Like, you have a perfect expert witness, and you're not going to listen to her fucking testimony? A perfect expert witness who has no reason to say something against Amber Heard, and you're not going to listen to her testimony? You're fucking psycho. You're a piece of shit. Anyway. That's reasonable, though? Yeah, totally, dude. You're right. Yeah, I mean, she went on James Corden whatever, Corden, or however you say it, the other day. All that sort of stuff is inconsistent and unreliable and doesn't matter. Let me tell you why. Okay? Corbin. Let me tell you why. Because domestic violence can be invisible, and this is something that I've talked about a lot, okay? Domestic violence oftentimes is invisible. You can't see it. The victims of domestic violence will feel a deep sense of shame and will work to hide it from their friends. So you can be in a situation where like you're being domestically abused by your partner, not even personally recognize it yourself because you're constantly getting fucking gaslit. And also on top of that, lash out at the world, not realizing that you need an outlet, but Not realizing that, like, that's the reason why you are deeply sad and frustrated all the fucking time and scared. And on top of that, you hide your fucking bruises and you lie to people regularly and tell them, like, no, things are fine. Things are fine. He didn't mean it, right? If that was the case. Like, so you absolutely can be in a abusive partnership and totally hide it. So, you know, that is the reason why I don't pay too much attention to, like, oh, she went to a TV show the next day. But I do pay attention to her makeup artist or another fucking stylist and a makeup artist saying that she had no visible bruises even without makeup on. That's important. That's actually testimony from a witness that was literally there. That is significantly more important to me and should be to you as well than her going on fucking a TV show the next day. Like, that doesn't really matter.
People magazine would later publish a photo purportedly from this incident. In opposition to these motions,
like,
Depp's
that was
lawyers,
like, this is bullshit, dude. I mean, this is straight up
photo
bullshit.
purportedly,
Like, what the fuck? Like, there's literally nothing in this. Like, this is what, okay.